Hey, what's up, homies? Welcome to another episode of the Homeys Real Estate Podcast. This is your host, Anthony.
I'm Angel.
I'm a realtor.
I'm a lender.
And together, we're going to break down what's happening in today's crazy Orange County real estate market. It's the beginning of the month, but it's not just beginning of any month. It's the beginning of July. That means that June's numbers came out, and that means that we're done with the first half of 2021. And boy, was it a roller coaster ride. So we're gonna break down the first half of 2021 real estate market trends, and it's probably gonna be one of the craziest time frames in history of Orange County in regards to the real estate market. So as usual, I'm gonna go rocky rounds, just quickly go over the numbers, and then we'll spend some time talking about it, and then we'll give two takeaways at the end. So the median sales price for Orange County did increase about $3,000 since last month, but it's up about $120,000 since January 2021 in the last 6 months. When we look at active listings did tick up about 600 more active listings, but we still have 33% less active listings than 1 year ago. When we look at median days on market, we're at 7 days. So we've been at 7 days since March 2021, and this is the first year we ever broke 10 days on market. 7 days is extremely quickly. Remember, it takes about a couple days to see the property and a couple days to negotiate. So you pretty much have to be on top of it if you're looking for a home in Orange County. When we look at inventory month supply is how long will it take for the current inventory of homes that's actively listed to be sold. Right now, we're at 1.4 months. It did tick up from 1.2 in May, but still an extremely seller's market right now. This is the first year that we actually ticked under 1.5. In a balanced market, we're talking 5 to 6 months. So we're like 3 times worse than what we should be right now. When we look at closed volume, so this is all those headlines that you've been seeing. It's not just the low inventory. It's not just the extremely high purchase prices, but it's the amount of closed volume that's being sold. So the amount of properties being sold multiplied by the purchase price, and we're breaking records month after month after month in June or in the first half of 2021. We're at $8.8 billion. This is super high. Last June, we're talking less than $4.1 billion. So over double what we saw last June. The biggest peak in the last 5 years, that's not 2021, was in May of 2019, which is $5.4 billion. So we're talking, over $3 billion more in closed volume. So this is really the recap for the first half of 2021. Crazy records being broken, super high purchase prices, low inventory. But hey, we're starting to see an ease in the real estate market, buyers. We're starting to see there be more listings and purchase price starting to slow down. So Angel, what catches your attention about this most recent trend in the real estate market?
For Orange County, one thing I just think it's crazy. Like LA County is low too, but the days on market in Orange County, 7 days is like Anthony just went over how quick that is. That means as a buyer you have to be on it, like how you said, like literally the day the home goes on the market, you have to tell your realtor like let's go see it ASAP, or else you're not gonna get an opportunity to buy the home. And not LA County something similar, but Orange County 7 days. And the fact that it's kept that time since March, right?
Yes.
March to now, that's 4 months already. That's crazy. And of course, the appreciation as a home buyer, if you're buying a home, the amount of appreciation you've already seen if you bought from in January to now, it's phenomenal.
Absolutely. Now, one of the takeaways that I was trying to drill down here is from January of 2021 to April of 2021. In those 4 months, median sales price went up about over $100,000, $104,000 in just 4 months, over $25,000 a month for 4 months. But since April of 2021, where it peaked at $890, it's only been going up roughly about $6,000-$7,000 a month. So it's starting to slow down in Orange County, which is really good news.
And it's also one thing to point out. It really is slowing down tremendously, because you got to remember that right now, historically speaking, this is the time of the year where homes are appreciating more, or home values are going up, because it's summertime. There's more buyer demand, and the fact that in May and June it slowed down that much, that's a big indicator that it is slowing down in Orange County.
Absolutely. And there's a trend that we're starting to see nationwide now. Now that everything's starting to open up, a lot more sellers are open to the idea of selling their property. They're not necessarily as scared. A majority of the population is vaccinated now. So we're starting to see a lot less reluctancy to list your property, and a lot more openness to list and maybe upgrade, or use that money towards another investment. So that's really good news for buyers. Now, a big takeaway that I want to really establish here for a majority of people, because a lot of people are waiting to purchase when prices go down. Experts, Trulia, Redfin, Zillow, and so forth, are predicting prices to go up for the foreseeable future, for the next 3 to 4 years. It's not going to be this crazy appreciation we're talking about, 20% year over year, but it's probably going to be somewhere in the ballpark of, 6, 5, 4% year over year, which is still pretty strong appreciation, right? Now, the thing is that we have so much demand. We're talking, we need about, according to the National Association of Realtors, 5.5 to 6.8 million more homes to fulfill our current demand. And we're not building enough homes fast enough. So it's going to take some time to get to that point where the supply meets the demand, right? So for those specific reasons, I would really recommend, if you have the means, to purchase a home as soon as you have their down payment, your credit score is locked in, and you can make that payment comfortably. And remember, you just need 6% of the purchase price saved up. So for the FHA loan, that's 3.5% down for the down payment, and another 2.5% for closing costs. So for a $700,000 home, we're talking about $42,000. And then let that property do what it does best, and appreciate for you. And if you want to eventually refinance and purchase another property, or sell that property down the line, at least you're letting that property build some equity for you, rather than renting and trying to save up a little bit more. So Angel, what's the biggest takeaway for the first half of 2021? And then what's a tip that you want to give to everybody?
First half of 2021, my biggest takeaway, well, kind of went over it already, just the crazy appreciation, right? Buyers, we stress this every podcast, or I stress every podcast, just because I think it's so important. Make sure you go see lenders before you go out and see homes. This clearly shows you that if you go see a home, you're not going to probably get it, because it's literally 7 days on the market. So be ready as a buyer. So my tip, I think on top of that, is if you have the urge, or you have the want to buy a home, it's completely free to speak to a lender. It's completely free to talk to a realtor, and just to see your options, right? And you may qualify for more than you expect, or if you don't qualify, assuming you're speaking to the right lender, they should guide you in the direction to let you know what you need to work on in order to be where you want to be. But don't let this market scare you. It's definitely doable. There's been a lot of home buyers, we've been helping in this crazy market. So if you have the urge or the want to purchase a home, just go out there and seek the help, and see where you're at, and make it a reality.
Absolutely. Angel, that's a really, really big tip. So Angel drilled something down that we can't emphasize enough. Please get pre-qualified before you start to look at homes. A lot of people think that the real estate market is what it was before, right? Where you can go to an open house and take your time and get pre-qualified, and that home will still be available. No, homes are moving really quickly. Again, in Los Angeles County, 9 days on market on average. In Orange County, that's 7 days. So you really don't have that time. On top of that, there might be an instance where something reflects on your credit report that you didn't know, and it's going to take some time to clean that up. So it's always best to be prepared in advance. Have all your ducks lined up so that there isn't anything that surprises you last minute, right? Now, my biggest takeaway is that we anticipate prices to move up for the foreseeable future. And I and many experts really don't anticipate there being enough supply to fulfill this demand in the next year or two. So please, if you have the means, explore the option of purchasing. That way you can start to build some equity. A lot of people have been rewarded tremendously in just the last year for purchasing, even though everyone thought that we were at the peak, because every single month is almost a new peak, right? So take the time and explore the options, right? With that said, I really want to wish everyone the best. If you have any questions, let us know. Again, this has been the craziest first half of a year for the OC market that we've ever seen. And I don't think we will ever see anything like this again. With that said, I want to wish you all the best. Take care and stay safe, homies.
Thank you.
Hey homies, it's Anthony. This podcast contains my opinions and is for educational purposes only. It does not guarantee any projections and should not serve as a basis for any purchase or sale in real estate.